What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Michael Hunter versus Jerry Forrest 2, and this was a 10-rounder in the heavyweight division, and this fight was Thursday, December 2nd, from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, New York, and this fight was broadcasted on a Fight TV, and in this fight, Michael Hunter got an extremely generous split decision draw against Jerry Forrest in their rematch, and I'm just going to say this, this was a robbery. Jerry Forrest won this fight, in my opinion, 97-93. I believe the judges had it like 96-94 for Hunter. I believe 96-94 for Jerry Forrest. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And then one judge had it even 95-95. Jerry Forrest, in my opinion, clearly won this fight. If you watch the fight, you could clearly tell Forrest was the dictator in this fight. He was really the one landing the harder and much better shots. Michael Hunter rarely landed flush power shots on Jerry Forrest, maybe a couple rounds, but that's it. Jerry Forrest hurt Michael Hunter on numerous occasions. Hunter was vomiting in his corner at one point. And, the referee almost stopped it if he would have full on, I don't want to get too graphic, but just puked in the bucket. He really was just sick to his stomach at the start of, I believe it was the fourth round. He was gagging. It was just a ridiculous decision. I thought Jerry Forrest clearly won this fight. Based on the fact that he was really the one who had the better body language and just dominating, just hurting Hunter left and right, I gave Forrest the last 4 rounds. Comment down below how you scored this fight. I just can't see how anyone could have it for Hunter. I think it's ridiculous to have even more than 4 rounds in favor of Hunter. I think it draws a ridiculous score. So, early on it was competitive, and I was like, Hunter should eke this through. The first couple rounds could be competitive because Jerry Forrest is slick, and I was actually predicting a wide unanimous decision victory, similar to their first fight, actually, where Michael Hunter won 8-0, 180-72. But, many people actually don't know that these two have fought before, and it was in 2014. I believe both from maybe the cruiserweight division, I believe so. And, Hunter won by a wide unanimous decision, as mentioned before. But, as you could tell, Jerry Forrest has definitely improved drastically, and he should have got the win here and made the score 1-1 between both of these two, and they possibly could have had a trilogy, but no. I think they really gifted this draw to Michael Hunter because, he's really Triller's main heavyweight boxer because, Kubrat Pula fought in the Tried Combat Triller fight card last weekend, but Michael Hunter's their main heavyweight. He fought on one of these other Triller versus cards or whatever in August and got an explosive win over Mike Wilson. And now here he looked awful. Awful against Jerry Forrest. And Jerry Forrest is a fighter who's known for giving prospects and contenders tests. Like, he gave Zhilei Zhang a really good test. I thought he actually beat Zhang by 1 or 2 points, even though he got dropped 4 times. But he ended up getting a draw, and here he gets unlucky again, getting a draw. And before that, he even got robbed against Jermaine Franklin. He's always beating these undefeated heavyweights. And I thought he beat Franklin, I thought he beat Hunter, and I thought he beat Zhang. So in theory, he really should be a top 10 heavyweight based on those 3 victories that he really should have gotten, in my opinion. And I'm sure many people also agree with me that he did beat those fighters pretty clearly. I know that Zhang dropped him 3 or 4 times, but that is more of a solid case to be a draw, considering that Zhang already had multiple points on the board because of those knockdowns. But I thought that Forrest won every single round, aside from those rounds where he got dropped, and Zhang also got a point deducted. But more into this fight, early on it was competitive. The first 5 rounds I had it like 48-47 Forrest, but then after that, it really started to snowball in favor of Forrest, and Forrest started to back up Hunter, started to land brutal combinations. Hunter was just all over the place, missing. He looked sloppy, left his hands down. He looked awful, and he's definitely not on my top 10 list anymore, not even maybe my top 15. He looked terrible. He looked like maybe someone in the top 30 in the heavyweight division. He looked 10 times worse than when he fought Povetkin, when he fought Kuzmin, when he fought all these guys. Forrest easily was able to get on the inside and land big shots on Hunter, and, he really should have won this fight. So with that being said, what is next for Michael Hunter? I don't think they're going to do a trilogy at all for this fight, and I think Hunter might take a break. I don't even know if he's going to fight Hrgovic because he already, pulled out of that fight when he was supposed to fight him for the Eliminator, I believe so. But I honestly don't know who he's going to fight next. He'll probably step down from fighting anyone at the level of Jerry Forrest and fight on another one of these Triller cards against someone who's in like the top 50, like someone like a Mike Wilson who was his opponent before this. I can't really see him getting a big fight based off of this terrible performance. But for Jerry Forrest, I'd love to see him fight someone in the top 15. He's definitely earned it. If Kubrat-Pulev returns to boxing, maybe he could fight Kubrat-Pulev. I mean, I don't know if Kubrat-Pulev is still going to fight in the professional boxing ring, but I would love to see a fight between the two. That'd be an interesting fight, possibly on like a DAZN, something like that. So, with that being said, Jerry Forrest gets unlucky again, getting a split draw against Michael Hunter, although he should have been the winner by unanimous decision. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.